Hello, I'm Alice Jaco, so I'm a board game player and I like to see game in advance and know what they are about, especially for Essen Spielfair that I really love, that I will be attending in October, so we still have 2 months, more than 2 months before that, and see what seems nice. Today I will be talking about Asian Tigers. I read the rule of this game. There is some debate on the cover of this game that may or may not use artificial intelligence and image composition and things like this. There is an interesting topic about it on the Board Game Geek forums. It seems to have at least some error in it and some maybe inattention part, and maybe it's a little of rush job or something like this. So this is this is it. I'm not specialist enough to know is it good, is it not good to do that, is it okay, is it legal, is it I don't really know. Okay. So first I will talk about my process. So as usual I'm going through the Essen speed release, and I'm looking for what is interesting, and I have the rule available. I just made a list of available rule books that I included into the Essen list of lists. I will put links for that behind the video. And okay. So today I will look about this game. So this is a game by Pythagoras, which is a Portuguese publisher that has made quite a few games, a few interesting games, quite often not so heavy game, and sometimes there is for me a little something missing. It's really interesting at first, and does it go to the long run or not? This is not always so clear, but anyway, they are publishing interesting game. They take some risk about games that are not mainstream or thing like this, and it's always worth it to check it out. The author, I'm totally sold on them. This is Nuno, Bizarro, Sentieiro, and Paulo, Soledade. They published games together, so in particular Nippon, which is a game that I really love. This is also about industrialization in Asia, but not in the same area, not at the same time at all. Madeira, which is great. Panamax, that I still need to play. La Stanza, that I really like what I saw, but I didn't play it enough with enough player. So yeah, this is some games I really like, and I want to try this new one. So what Asian Tigers is about? This is about industrial Asia with 4 big countries in this massive industrialization and technologic industry. So South Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. And we will try to build infrastructures in these different countries to win some infrastructure points that will be converted into influence points according to majorities at the end of an era. There is 2 eras in the game. And at the end of the game, this is the influence on each of these tigers that will give a majority of influence that will give some points. But you also have some kind of score multiplier according to the sales you made and how you chose to put them, because this also gives you some bonuses. Finishing areas in your personal board also give you bonuses which allow you to do more and more things. So this seems like a very Euro game with some kind of majority mechanism, and something I definitely have to check out. This seems a little dry aesthetically. I like it. I mean, this is an industrial game, like a dry industrial game, and it looks like a dry industrial game. So I think this is coherent. I know that not everybody will like that. Okay, so I will try to explain you with a little more detail how you will work, how the game will work. So you have meeples in front of you. Each time in each era you will play each player 10 action. An action is taking one of your meeple place it somewhere on the board, do the corresponding action, and then this is to the next player to do the same. So the colors will some kind of restrain what you can do on the board, depending on how everybody already played, and this is visible for everyone from the top of the round. So we basically have the same repartition because there is 4 of each color for each player, and only 2 of them won't be played each time. So you have 3 or 4 meeple of each color in front of you in this line. When you build things, you will remove structures from your board to place it on the main board, and you will gain flags that will have stars on them that will be a score multiplier on this little board, on the little part of the side of your board. There is factory. So factory are special buildings. The other buildings can be any kind of building. It depends where you put it on the board. So this is what the board looks like. In this board you have the 4 tigers, so South Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan and Singapore. All of them work the same. They just have different goods here and different goods they want to buy. So different goods they produce, different goods they want to buy. There is randomly some point assignment to these areas and some bonus for putting your headquarters there that varies from game to game. But basically they work the same. And in the center part you have, so this is the turn order, and this will explain you the different phases of the game. And you have a global market. This is where you sell goods and gain these flags with stars on them that will be endgame multipliers plus immediate bonus. There is here, this is the only space where you can always go, and this will give you a minor bonus, like, okay, if you have nothing to do you can always go there. So first I will talk about how it works to place a meeple in one of the tiger. I will take South Korea as an example. So in a tiger you always have 3 columns, A, B and C. A is better than B, which is better than C. So when you put a meeple in A, you can interact with all of the area. If you put a meeple in B, only with the B and C column, and if you put a meeple in C, only with the C column. Now, how can you place a worker there? So there is 3 columns and there is 3 color of meeple, so black, gray and white. You can place here there is already 1 black here, so if you are playing a black meeple you have to go in C if you want to go in South Korea. If you are playing a white meeple you can either go to A or B, but if you put your white meeple in A, then the gray in this area will have to go to B. So this will, you can see what other player can do watch the timing in the game, so you can force them to go on certain space if they want to interact with the same country. Now A is better than C, but it costs higher cost. So in each of these tiger you have some investment points. You start with 6 investment points on each tiger, and this is how you can build things there. If you are putting a meeple in A zone, you need to spend 3 of these investment points. If you are putting here it in C, you only have to spend 1. So this will restrict how many things you can do with each tiger each turn, how many times you can interact with them at which cost. Then here you can build a structure, so there is mainly 4 types of structures: laboratories, power plants, factories that have special points, and university. And you can at the same time sell something to the local market if you want. So if I already have some kind of economic good, I can trade it here for 2 of influence on this track. The influence of this track will record how many will be linked to the majority of infrastructure, but I can also win direct point like this, and there will be a majority on this, and you want to win majority of influence in tigers you invest into. So when you build something, basically you pay the cost. Usually it's nothing except this investment point, and you put one of your buildings, so basic building or factory, on a spot. If you want to build a laboratory, you take one of the structure of your board, you choose which one, and you put it on one of these spaces. Here, laboratory will gain you scientific points, so this is this kind of points. If you are putting a power plant, this will give you some power tiles, so some power goods. Then to build factory, you will need to spend 4 powers to win 2 of the goods represented where you put your factory, and this is the main way to have goods. And if there is power plants in the linked space behind them, you will have reduction of this on this cost. The new university has a little peculiar. They are not existing in the C area, and they will allow you to put immediately another structures, either as a department in the same university, so this will give you advance on the global market, but will cost you science. Or you can improve some factory you already have somewhere. It will cost you some power, and this will give you 1 good of the corresponding factory. And will improve, of course, your investment point, your infrastructure points, because at the end of a run, you will count how many of your structures are in one area, and this will award you some infrastructure points, virtual infrastructure points, and the majority on these infrastructure points will win some influence. Okay, so this is how you put things there. So as I said, when you put something there, you choose one of your structures on your board and you put it on the right spots. If you finish an area on your board, you have a lot of areas, some cost extra science, you will win 1 big bonus. And I think that unlocking them will be a key to be able to be good in the game. So for example, if you unlock this, you will be able to place a satellite somewhere on the board. You will have to pay 2 investment point on that tiger and put it in the corresponding space, so here in a white satellite space. Sometimes you can win a direct influence point in 1 tiger with a bonus tile. Sometimes this is bonus tile parts, factory part, and things like this. Or headquarters. Headquarters and satellites, so they are unlocked by this kind of bonuses, and you put them also as infrastructures in a zone. So headquarters will be here. There is only 1 spot for each tiger, and this will give you an immediate bonus that is written just beside it. So for example here, 3 influence points. Satellite will go next to a line. They will give you infrastructure points and will give you more infrastructure points for the buildings you built in front of them. So if I have a laboratory satellite, all of my laboratory will be better in that area. Okay, so this is for infrastructures. Now we can see how we sell. So we sell in the global market here. In the global market, you will have 3 areas, and the same goes then for every tiger, 1 color per area, and you cannot have twice the same. And when you go somewhere, you can sell goods. So for example, if I'm going to this middle market, I can sell goods to Canada or Europe or anything, and I need to spend the right goods. So if I have, for example, 2 economic goods, 1 maritime good and 1 mechanical good, I can go there and say, okay, I'm selling for these 2 countries, so I will take 1 flag of each, and I will choose one of the flags that I just gotten and move as many space on the global influence. Global influence will work for turn order at the end of the first era, and at the second one to tie break everything. So as it is a majority game, this seems kind of important, but okay. You mainly get these flags with these stars. The flag will be played next to your player board, here on the right side, and you will so depending on which area of the board they came, they are either blue, green or red, and you put it somewhere and you win the corresponding bonus. So for example, if I put a blue flag there, I will win 3 influence on one of these 2 tigers, and this will act as a multiplier for the end of game. For example, if I put 2 flags in front of this, this will award me 2 points for each satellite at the end of the game. So I want to play them both for the bonus and for the point multiplier, which seems to lead to some interesting combos and decision about how I really need that right now to take the spot while it's available, but maybe the multiplayer is less good for me or something like this. I really want to see that played. We had a little of the same thing with stars when you are doing a refresh in Nippon, and I really like this system. Okay, so that's basically it. There is a last spot here when you can put any meeple and you just advance 2 on the global market, or you can do 1 sell without advancing on the global market anywhere. So this is like, okay, if you are not able to do anything else, you can always do that. So this is how you play your turn. Take a meeple, place it anywhere, either buy a structure, build a structure, or sell some goods. Then when everybody played each of their 10 meeples, we are going to the end of an era. So at the end of an era, we are going to evaluate this. So this will award some influence point depending on the infrastructures. And I will go to the rules to explain that. They are not so easy to read, but they are clear. And there is a lot of examples. So here we are counting how many infrastructure points everybody has for this area. So basically each structure will give you 1 influence point. So blue, which have 1, 2, 3 structure, will win 3 infrastructure points, virtual points, just to evaluate who is first. Then red will have 1, 2, 3, so he also have 3, and yellow will have 1, 2, 3 basically, because there is 1 satellite, 1 laboratory, and 1 other laboratory. But the satellite will improve the laboratories in front of them. So here it gives 1 more infrastructure point for each of the laboratories of its color. So in fact, he have 5 infrastructure points, so 2 plus 2 plus 1. Pink only has 2. So yellow is the first. So in the here, this is the phase point. We can see here how many influence points are awarded for each position. So the first one will get 12 influence points in this tiger. The same will go for every of the 4 tiger. So yellow is winning 12 more points, and red a little less, and blue a little less, and pink a little less. And then this will give 1 order in this influence track. There is 1 more thing which is written by this flag icon, which is 1 special flag, which is another color than the one you sell for, will be awarded to the first one in this influence tract. In fact, the first one can accept it or refuse it. If they accept it, they are going back in influence to the last tiger head. If they refuse it, the second one can accept it. If they refuse it, the first one can accept it, and the one who accepted that will go to the last spot and will get this extra flag that they will place as usual and get point multiplier and everything. Okay, so that's it for that's the main thing that's happening. Then on every of these tiger, you reset all your investment point to 0 and go back to 6. But if you build laboratory there, you will gain 1 extra investment point in the area. And then we go for another area, another era that will also be 10 action per person. Then at the end of the game, extra resources will give you global market advancement, which will work as a tiebreaker. We do another influence point repartition, but with higher amount than in the first time, still depending on infrastructures that we built. Then you will score points for every tiger according to if you are first, second, third, or fourth, and tie breaks will be according to global markets. Then you will score your flags on your board that you put there according to each of the criteria. So that's basically it for Asian tigers. I really want to play it. This really seems to be Eurogame with different bonuses awarded for a lot of things. Um, with it seems to be very interactive, with a lot of majority, with seeing what color is remaining for each person, which will allow them to do something or not in a certain area. It seems to be a little dry graphically and maybe reading the rules, but I think that when we play, there's a lot of interaction and all the bonuses you can unlock should make it fun. I hope, anyway. I really, really want to try it, and that's it. I'm waiting for Essen to be able to play that. Okay, thank you very much. I'm very sorry for my broken English once again. I'm trying to improve. If you like what I do, please subscribe and see you later. Bye.